What is your name
My name is Honorable Bright Paul Mintah.
and where are you from?
I'm from two places, Nkrasa and Abulan Sabah. My mother comes from Nkrasa. My father comes from Abulan and Sabah.
So could you talk more about what your childhood was like?
I was born in the northern part of the country. My father was working at the Public Works Department, which we call PWD. So they were living this, so it was transferred to the northern parts. That's why he met my mother. So I was born in 1965. So within 5 years, we moved to Accra. My father was transferred to Accra to come and continue his work. So when we came earlier on, he was living at Cantonment area because he worked with the PWD. And he was in charge of Prestige, taking care of most of the government bungalows. So we were living in Cantonment. Then we moved to Ridge. Then finally we moved to Osu. So because we don't have our own house, we're moving from renting places. So finally we landed at Jamestown, Accra.
Okay. What got you to being where you are now? Because you are the Honorable Assemblyman, and what gave you the inspiration to actually serve the people in your community?
Thank you very much. I didn't have it in the, I won't say I was not born a silver platter. It wasn't easy. We are 8 in number. I'm the fifth born, 7 boys and 1 female, 1 girl. So life was not easy at all. The higher education you can go is middle school with certificate. So all my siblings, I would say my elderly brothers, they all finished San 7, that's the middle school living certificates. I was the only person who went to up to 6th form. Because after I finished elementary school, I was asked to go and then a trade, which is fitting. Because most of my brothers were all fitters and then mechanics. So I said, no, I don't want to go to that trading. But I wanted to further my education. My mother is a trader. She sells at Makwala. So I was following her to go and sell some of his goods. So one day I discussed with my mother says she doesn't have money. Not think of even discuss with my father because my father won't agree. So I discussed with a friend. Then he agreed that he's going to assist me, a friend that I made. In those days, we have to take care of ourselves. So because of the inspiration I wanted to go to school, I decided to go and then craft baskets weaving and then cane chairs and other things. That's what I was living on. So with this discussion with my friend, he agreed that he's going to assist me to go to the school, but I'm going to pay my fee. I said, no problem. She took me to one of the private schools, then called Salem Secondary at Osu. So that's where I started my secondary education for 1 year. In those times, the private schools, you have to pay a fee, and I couldn't afford to pay the fee. So I convinced him again that he sent to the public school. So he agreed and took him to Holy Trinity Cathedral, which is called Podcast at Accra, the central part of Accra. It's close to the post office. So he went there and then hold for me, the headmaster, just give me some few exams. I did it and I passed. So I was enrolled to that secondary school, which is public. We are not paying fees. We only buy some books and this. So I finished the O level. After the O level, in all these times I was still working, doing the craft to pay fee, going around. So after the O level, I realized that things are not easy because I can't combine the weaving and then the school at the same time. So I decided to go back to the trading with my mother to go and sell. So we were selling at Makwala. I was selling dog chains, rubber bag and dog chains, those the polish and those things. I was doing it. And I was not doing that down alone. I wake up in the morning, go and do shoe shine at the High Court, formerly at the old Parliament House, near the Kwame Museum. So as young guys, we go and see the polishes for those people who are passing. So I was doing shoe shine, I was selling at the same time, going to school at the same time. So I did it because I finished O level. So I came and stayed for another 1 year, thinking of going to the sixth form. I couldn't enroll to the normal government school sixth form, so I went to a private sixth form, which is called Christian Methodist. They were doing like Workers College, because they affiliated Workers College, so it's like Workers College. So I affiliate myself there because I'm working. Even though I'm not doing the official work, but I'm doing trading. So I went to join the, what do you call it, Workers College. That's why I did my sixth form. So from there, I didn't go anywhere, but I love politics very, very much. I'm a politician. I started doing politics because of my father. I remember 1979 when there was this uprising, the coup. Because my father was working with the PWD as a prestigious, taking care of the most of the bungalows. He was invited by J.J. Lawrence to have some discussion about how he was to help me, because some of the officers that he wanted to discuss, those former ministers, wanted to have a meeting with them. He doesn't know most of them, their houses and this thing. So my father was the one trying to assist them. So later I became the PDC chairman. So most of those times things are very difficult. Even to get the bread to eat, it's not easy. So my father was the PD chairman. So most of the items, so bread come to him, then he would rather share to the community. So I was following my father's steps. We would go and pick the items to distribute. They was talking about President J.J. Lawrence so many times. So I was just listening. So I just attached to President J.J. Lawrence. So since from there, I started listening to him, some of the projects he does, his charisma, the way he does things. So I become part of. So I say I didn't join NDC, I joined PNDC because that's where I started learning all those things. So I realized that politics is what I wanted to do. It's something that I do, nobody push me. I do it freely, wholeheartedly. So I moved to Kwabena here. Before I moved to Kwabena, I was one of the members of NDC at Achimota area. So when I moved to Kwabena here I bought my land in 1996. So I finished putting in my house in 2001. So I moved to Kwabena. So when I came here, I stayed the political area here. And I said, no, NDC is here, but they are not strong. So I can now also move in to assist. So I joined as a branch member. Then later become the branch chairman. Then become the constituency executive member, from coordinator, ward coordinator to constituency treasurer. Before I said, no, let me go into other contest for the assembly member. I realized that most of the issues here, they don't have people to table it, people to lead them, people to speak for them. So I decided, no, let me also go in and see how better I can serve my community. That pushed me to become an assembly member. So I contested assembly member for the first term, I lost. I went for the second term, I lost. So I decided to go again, but something pushed me again. Maybe those are the stages that you are learning. So you have to go for the third term. So I went to the third term, I won. So when I won, actually it was easy. I have to move, make sure that how interaction with the community, their basic needs, how I can assist. So honestly, I did my best. Some of the bridges, wooden bridges I run, I consider personal with my money. I can talk about 3 wooden bridges, which I did with my personal money, just to assist the community. Because I realized that community from one end to the other, when the bridge collapsed or it's destroyed, people have to pass a long distance before they can go to school or this thing. So I look at that area and assist them. So I also go in some of the rules with feeling clean up, exercise, giving education, all these things. Where I was doing it. So 2004, there was another election. 2003, 2004, there was another election for us to contest again. So I decided to go for my second term, and I won. And I won massively because of my personal relationship with the people, the way I relate to them, and how I was trying to eager to assist. Even though most of the promises I did, I couldn't do because of few things. Because normally I'm a liaison officer. Whatever the community needs, I'm supposed to table it to the assembly. So most of them, I go to the assembly, lobby, but I wouldn't get them. like their rules and other things. Notwithstanding, I decided to do personal things that I can do personally. That's what I was doing to assist the community. So I won the second term. Fortunately for me, after winning the second term, there was opportunity for me to contest for presiding member. So I contested presiding member and I won the presiding member. So apart from being an assembly member here, I'm the presiding member for Ga East Municipal Assembly. So this is the achievement I've done so far, and I have another vision to move. My intention is to still serve my community in any way. So I plan to become as MP, parliamentary candidate, or become the member of parliament for my community, which I'm working. All these years, I have not been to university. So after I ceased from these last 2 years, I decided to enroll myself to university. So currently, I'm in the Institute of Local Government Studies, which I'm doing governance and development studies. So I'm still going to school now. So I do weekend school, Friday, Saturday, and Sundays, so that at least I can also have time for my business. So that's what I'm doing now. So currently, I'm schooling.
Okay, I can tell you have a love for your community, and it's really impressive what you were able to accomplish without any college education at the time. You said you built 3 wooden bridges for...
3 wooden bridges for my community.
Yes, that's very amazing.
Yeah.
I do want to ask you this question. Ghana has become one of the most expensive countries in Africa. Fuel prices have been going through the roof. Do you think that at some point, if nothing changes, the people will basically turn against the government and take the law into their own hands? What are your thoughts on that?
This has happened since 1997, that rising. You see, we are practicing democracy. By governance is the key. Governance is the key. When we talk about governance, it's about you meeting the needs of the people. You should have an interaction with the people, know their needs, and see how best you can assist them. That's positive governance. So you need to move to the community because they are paying taxes. Once you are taking taxes from the community, you make sure you also assist their need. You see, I can see that because now look at the youth, the current youth now. Most of them have certificates. They have been to school, but they are not working. They are not getting job. Look at the number of people who are living in the streets, who are selling. If those who are educated are not even getting a job, how about those who are not able to go to the formal schools? So this is a problem I'm feeling in the near future if things are not being done well to solve that problem. Because look at the unemployment situation now. It's too much. And basically, it's the youth. And the youth are the future leaders. They are supposed to maybe take over from us. So we are able to put them in proper perspective, try to find jobs for them, try to find a that they can also make a living. They'll come together and they can create a mayhem in the society or in the country. Now they're starting doing it small. Now if you look at the youth, they are grouping themselves into groups. Kwabena, we have a lot of groups here. We have academy boys, we have hoop boys, we have these boys. And at times, even within themselves, if they are trying to even solve a problem, very difficult. When you want to stand against one, very difficult to control them. So if these groups are there, personally, they are creating this problem. In future, they can come together and make sure that the fault is not coming from us. We are suffering not because of we ourselves, we are suffering because of our leaders. So why can't you take the country or the government in our own hands and make sure we will manage it? You understand? So one person can stand up, the youth will follow. So I foresee those things that we need to make sure that we stop this thing. Find a way that we can put the youth together, find them job to do, so that at least they can also make a living.
Do you think it's the government's job to create jobs for the youth, or do you think it's the youth who basically need to be innovative enough to come with a solution to creating jobs amongst each other? Whose job is it to create jobs?
Thank you very much. There are policies the governments have to put in place. If you put the policies and you're able to create a enabling environment for the youth, they can also build upon it. What are the policies they're going to put in place? That is, make sure that the youth, they are going to school. What kind of policy have you put in place for the next 4 years or 5 years, whoever finishes school, there's a job sitting for him. Or the next 4 years, if they do a job, there's capital for him to start business. Or there's something that they can do for their living. So it's the government policy. Is the government supposed to do that? Not the youth. Who did they know? They are children. It's like a father, you're in the house. You need to control and direct your children. I have 4 children who have finished university. They are not working. One went to Cape Coast University. I spent a whole lot of money. He did Bachelor of Commerce. He did BCom, Bachelor of Commerce. After that, he had first class. He moved to do his, what do you call it, chartered accountant. He's not a chartered accountant 27 years ago. He's not getting a job. So, as a father, I have to still control and try to manage her. You understand? To make sure that it doesn't go. First, I have to still continue to feed them. You understand? Continue to advise them. Continue to find the way we should go about life. So, the government policy, as a father, as a person who is controlling the pace of the country, just give directions. You understand? We don't have policy directions. At times, so why this business, they are all political geniuses. They are not sustainable. You understand? They are not sustainable. It's something that is sustainable that the youth can build on. So the government has to create the enable environment for the youth and make sure he also resources them. If you look at our education system now, we don't know what's the way we are going. Is it only to read and write? Still reading and write. Now a time will come, doctors will be needed because IE is giving prescription. You can just go sick of this sickness. A prescribed medicine will give it to you. You just go and buy it. So those now who are I'm going to do what do you call it? Doctorate degree for 7 years. After 7 years, spend the money spend, you become useless. So why can't you take the product direction to a different way? Now we need a technical know-how. The mason, the carpenter, something that they can do with their own hand and think. This law, doctrine, all this, a time will come, you may not need them. But at least if you have something to do with your hand, you can live on it forever. So the point direction should go to that direction, not to just enroll people into that sector. I don't believe in that.
Okay. Rumors has it, the electricity has been going out for quite some time. Every day it seems like we don't face any electricity in the community. Rumors has it that because it's the election year, do you think that in order for the people to support the candidates that are running, do you think that things like this will actually make people to vote for either the other party, the NDC or the MPP?
You see, let me come here. This light issue is mismanagement. It's mismanagement. During the NDC era, we had the same challenges, and there were things put in place to solve that problem. So whoever took over should know where the policy direction is moving. So they can say, yes, the country had a challenge. This is what we put in place. We also have to add additional to make sure that within 8 years or 10 years that we will also be in power. We have also add additional one. So if any government come and add addition, within some time, we will not have this issue. You understand? A country like Ghana, we are not too big. We are not too big. 30-something million people. We are not too big. When you go to the United States, one state is even bigger than Ghana. Nigeria, one state is even bigger than Ghana. So if they have issue, fine, they have that issue. But some countries don't have that issue that we cannot even manage this electricity problem. And basically, light is what we use for everything in this community. We have the hairdressers, small business, those artisans, seamstress, they all use light. And they are the one creating jobs. They are creating jobs. So now, if this light continue, I'm telling you, it's going to be where people are going to decide to vote. Because if a seamstress or maybe a tailor, you went to your shop, then for 2 consecutive times, you're not able to get light to sew. And if you realize that initially or previously this was it is, and now things have changed. And under which regime? I took my dress to a tailor for 2 weeks now. Yesterday we are quarrying. As soon as I go and demand my dress, he say, "Oh, light off, light off, light off." Whether he's not doing it, he's not rely on the light off. So whoever will go there, that's the basic explanation that he will give you. There's light off, that's I couldn't finish your clothes for you or a dress for you. You understand? So he's going to decide. It's going to be one of the issues that people are going to look at, honestly, if they didn't stop within short time. Because businesses are collapsing a lot. And there is no, they are not saying it's doing so. They are not specific. They are not telling us the truth. If it is doing so that you have a challenge, there should be a timetable. For instance, today, you people go off for this hour and this hour. So that you know that's the extent that you have to follow. If you have to iron, if you have to cook, if you have to do anything, I do this time. Even if I'm I'm a hairdresser, I can even call my clients. This time we don't have lights. If you want to do anything, come and do this time. Those who are also sewing, they can say, okay, two nights we have light. Why can't they stay overnight and do night and then finish those sewing? In the morning I'll go and sleep. You understand? These are the things that we should know so they can also plan towards it. Whether you wake up in the morning, no light, no plan, you are then light skin. That's serious. That is very, very serious, and it's creating the production aspect and the development aspect of the nation. Very, very bad.
Okay, you mentioned 4 of your children are all graduates, college graduates. Do you believe that if they travel abroad and either further their education there or to look for work, do you think that will be the solution to them coming back and rebuilding the country? Or do you think that they should stay in Ghana and find a way to build the nation? What are your thoughts on that?
Initially, when I was educating my children, I have not traveled outside the country. Not like I don't want to travel. Not like I can't travel. I don't want to travel. I don't. I just want to make my life in Ghana. If I only go for a visit and come back. But just to go and stay there, I don't have that in mind for all these years. So when I was just educating my children, I was thinking, this is my direction. The Fijians to make sure they go to serve their nation. But now, I'm trying to let them travel outside the country. So first of all, the mother is traveled 2 months ago to Canada. So he is doing the arrangement to make sure that all the children go back. When they went there, within these 2 months, when he's telling the kind of system in Canada, you will amaze. You will amaze. She's living in Edmonton. You understand? You will amaze. The system is working perfectly that, oh, Jesus Christ. It's every 1 hour, if you want to go, there's a bus sitting there, you go the bus. You go, 1 hour. Whatever you are going to by appointment, you go there, they are waiting for you. Not that you are going to wait for hours. It's at times you go somewhere and say, oh, you wanted to go and do a CV, which they call resume. He did there, after doing it for her, they give a pass to board buses for 1 week. Free of charge. It's a system. So if you're in a country like the system is not like, why do you want to live there and then come to Ghana? Until we're able to put the system in place, at least people run away. We will train them and they will leave. Nurses are leaving, teachers are leaving, other professions are leaving. Why? Because the system are not working. Things are not put in place for them. If I tell you the money I've invested in these children, for graduates, it's not easy.
I can only imagine.
Just imagine. One went to Legon, Cape University, take the UPS, 4 years program.
Africa basically is the richest continent in the world, yet still is labeled as the poorest continent. Do you believe Africans are cursed?
We're not cursed. You know something? I won't say the advanced country or the whites will never allow us to develop. They will never. No matter how possible, we will never develop. Do you know the reason why? We are their milk that they are sucking. All the nationalities are here. So as soon as they'll give us the freedom, mental freedom, but the economic freedom, we're not having it. We will never have it. Because as soon as they give us that freedom for us to develop, I'm telling you, they are going to die. They are going to suffer. They depend on our natural resources. Irrespective of what they are going to do, look at the Kwame Nkrumah. Kwame Nkrumah have a good policies and idea to move the country forward. And they saw it. Look at the few years, 7 years development plan that he did. Look at the things that he did. Manufacturing, roads, and education. Look at the task schools. He did it. And they saw that, no, this man will make sure that we will never have the good resources in Ghana. So let's overthrow him. So Prime Minister CIA, they will to Kwame Nkrumah and say that we have not had peace. So they will never let any African country develop, irrespective of whatever. We can have the education, fine, but develop, no. We are still owing them millions of dollars. We owe China, IMF, World Bank, we are owing a lot. Why are we going to become dependent? They will never. And they will still give us loan for us to always make sure that we own them. I'm telling you, then you see, there's no new government that will come is going to change the system within sure that we are going to develop. But we have to take the book by our own hands, make sure that we agree. Then we start from somewhere. They will move a little bit gradually toward the side. China, some years back, as a communist country, for 40 years, they didn't have any trade business with any country. 40 years. They were living, eating their food, clothes, everything. They didn't buy anything from outside. They did it for 40 years. After 40 years, they realized that yes, they have made it. Now let's expand our territory to the rest of the world. So by the 40 years they move off, now they have a lot of technology. They were picking a lot of things that they don't know from other advanced countries like America, inventing how they invented the car, train, all these things they were learning. So after 4 years, they have the technology, and now they can build on whatever they wanted to do. You understand? So if government or Africa wanted to do, we should also do it wise. We are going to suffer, but we need to tighten our belt. The only thing you can develop is come in Africa, eat our food, use our medicine, change the point of the direction of education to suit our culture. We are speaking English. That's not our dialect. Go to China, go to other countries that develop. They are speaking their dialects, doing well. So English shouldn't be our prime idea. Let's go to our local language, develop. Let's look at our culture, develop. Understand? Wake up this morning, you just get some akao. Don't akao, Barian PC. Then you develop. Barian PC, but a PC, but then PC, then you eat it. You're okay. But we're not looking for a rice, which you have to import it. Now we don't do salad. Salad, we don't even go them, we will import some of the salad or the things here. So until we decide to now, let's eat what we grow. Let's maintain what we have. We'll be okay. Other than that, those whites, all the advanced countries will never allow us. Even some of the nations that they have interest, they will come and look at it and say, okay, let's invest in this person. After investing, when you win, you still be their father. They're going to control you. So all the elections going on in Africa, they have interest. They're looking at it, wherever they think they have interest. They import money here. The person will, and they take over. Anytime they take over.
Over 75% of Ghanaians are Christian. Do you think that the advancement of the Ghanaians will be done through God, or do you think it should be economic development?
I'm a Christian, but I don't believe in that. It should be economic development. It should be economic development. You see, you don't have to sit down and pray, God. No. Go and find something to do with your hand. In the Bible says, yes, I'll bless your handwork. So when you move on, God will bless your handwork. Find something to do. The prayers, fasting will never bring prosperity if you have nothing doing. So I believe that even though we are 75% Christians, we need to pray a little and do more with our hand.
What do you think it will take for Ghana to be a top country like the US or the UK or even China? What do you think Ghana needs to do to be at the top level?
We need to revisit our books, our policies, in terms of the constitution, in terms of the policy program, all these things. If we wanted to also do. You see, we don't have to copy blindly. As I said earlier on, we should look at our culture. Because when they question the pattern of our culture, we should look at it, how it works. All those people in advanced countries, they didn't have it on silver platter. Democracy of America is more than 200 years, 150 years. Now we are just practicing just maybe 30 years or 25 years. So we cannot compare it to America. They went through a hell before America became America. They sacrificed a lot. So it's time for us to also understand and sacrifice. Anytime somebody is comparing Africa or Ghana to America, it's like you are comparing oranges and apple. We cannot compete. We cannot compare. We need to stand somewhere in our own way. That this is our policy. By 10 years, we were supposed to be here. By 10 years, we were supposed to have this one. How are we going to achieve that? Is it by bringing the youth together, giving the policy direction, or changing our educational sector? That will help us. You understand? We are not saying we should develop by also building or manufacturing cars and other things. We can have our own way, doing something that they also come and then interested in. So we can also sell it to them at a higher price. That's what we have to think of. Because our cocoa, timber, everything that we do here, we don't finish them here. It's a raw material we export. And that can raw material give you money. But they will build the car, bring it to us, give it the price. They determine whatever we go their price, but they also give us a price, whatever we want from them. So we should change the narrative. Whatever we are producing here, we should make that we bring it to the final goods or final products. So we can also add value. We add value to them, we can sell. Look at what we have in our system. Look at them. We study them. Okay. In terms of medicinal, in terms of food, in terms of culture, we can package them and sell in our own way. You understand? So gradual process at least can also become Ghana, not America. We also become Ghana. The people will also come and learn from us.
Okay, I think we can end on this good note. Thank you so much for your time, your story.
Thank you very much.
Right.
I appreciate it.
Oh, me as well. Thank you so much for your time once again. It was a great, very, very great story, and you're doing great works in this community.
Yeah.
And I'm sure the people there are very proud of you, and they would like you to basically remain in power as an assemblyman. And as you mentioned, you would like to go forward to become MP. Yeah. Definitely, you have all of our support. So yes, it's my wish that you actually get there for sure.
That's my dream. So I'm also working towards that.